Hey, it's a Scotch Test Dummies. We got Black Maple Hills Oregon Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
You mean Kentucky?
Oregon.
Kentucky?
Read the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Recommended by Mr. Atlas, and we're going to test it!
Let's test it.
Alright, so Mr. Atlas recommended this with a caveat. He said if you can find the Black Maple Hill Kentucky Straight Bourbon, he said that's a notch above the Oregon State.
Really?
That's what he said. And I went out and it was Oregon, and I thought, I don't care, I'm getting it anyway, I want to try it, looks interesting. So, if I ever find the Kentucky version, I don't know all the history, someone throw it in the comments, we'll do a versus, because I like just saying we'll do verses on stuff, even though we don't seem to be able to get to them.
Everything's a good versus.
Yeah, everything's a good versus.
We need to compare this to the Pappy.
Yeah. Now,
We should compare this to the Weller or the Buffalo Trace.
we need to have like a week of verses. I don't care, you can pour as much as you wish there, brother.
I don't want that much.
Oh.
I got stuff to do today.
Okay. Right there. You feel better? Wow, you really don't want that much. All right. There you go. Now I got stuff to do. Don't be giving me half the bottle on that. You got number 163. 163. So we've got our Scotch God shout out. In that, we go look at some of the comments that have come in on past shows, and we recognize the commenter.
Robert Hendricks.
Woo! Got a little story on Robert
the last,
after you do that.
The last grumpy old Scotch Test Dummies.
Go watch that. That
Old
was
Granddad 114.
We're dressed up and make-upped up like.
Now you
old
pull out
men.
like 6 bottles of it though that you've stashed away.
Yeah, because they were supposed
So-
to go out of stock, and I stocked in.
Robert Hendricks comments, he says, "Holy moly, that's a few bottles.
Yeah.
These granddads are getting less confused with age. Similar to you guys, cinnamon dominant with sweet corn and oak. I also get a bubble gum on the nose,
Ooh, that is
as
awesome.
well as dark chocolate on the palate."
Wow.
And then he talks about he's going to have to sneak off to the Groves Old Folks Home estate sale next
Yes.
time he's in town.
That is right. Now, sidebar story on Robert Hendricks. First of all, he used to be an old Army Cav scout. I have henceforth dubbed him my Whiskey Scout. Hendricks, the Whiskey Scout. Because here's the deal. He has a job that has him moving around, driving around a lot. And he, I think, moves through like at least a 4-state region. And the whiskey bug has bit him. He will stop in. He drives by, little dive liquor store over there. What's he got to do? Check it out. He's got to roll in, see what they got on the shelves.
Why not?
He has shot me a couple photos. Hey, look at this. Found this. Don't believe they've sold this for 10 years. And sometimes he's buying for himself. And I'll be like, get that. I will pay you back. Hello, watch out. Matter of fact, later on we're going to do, like a few weeks from now, a review of the Dark Cove, Ardbeg Dark Cove committee release that he found. And I said, get it. So, enough on that. Hendricks, the Whiskey Scout, bringing his old Cav Scout skills into play in the realm of whiskey. What do you got on the nose, sir?
Let's point out the Black Maple Hills Oregon Straight Bourbon Whiskey is bottled at 47.5%, and it is a premium small batch whiskey.
Premium, which I don't know what that means.
It's good.
It's good. Like deluxe.
It's good. Nose. Well, first of all, I noted the color of it. I love the color. So good amber, brown, gold. Cinnamon,
It is a straight bourbon.
oak, a little bit of rye notes, corn, and I wonder if it's sour mash as well.
You picked that up. I get a corn, definitely like almost like a fermenting corn. I get a like an orange peel or an orange zest deeper down in, and there's something else that is just tickling the back of my brain. and I can't quite peg what it is. It is almost, oh boy, there, it's right there. It's almost a black licorice, but it's not the black licorice itself. This is weird. This is where it's hitting the back of my brain. It's almost like the plastic package of the black licorice when all licorice is gone. So it's a subtler licorice, black licorice, and sweetness that hangs around there in the back, and a little bit of muskiness, something that's a little musky on there. I'm going to let you pull your flavor, but it's got an interesting nose, and this is the first whiskey that I think I've had that's been distilled in Oregon.
Yeah. It tastes neat at 47.5%. A little bit of a rye, some rye notes are coming out in it. Vanilla, some of your standard bourbon notes, cinnamon. It's very rich. It's got a great taste, neat, a great mouth presence, I would say. A little bit of that sour, sour wood or musty wood that you're getting.
100%.
A little bit of a nuttiness. I can't tell you what kind of a nut.
Like a walnut.
There you go.
Yep. It's
Jackpot.
like a walnut. Because it
Bingo.
Even, has even a bit of that dry kind of walnut flavor. So, you're right with the cinnamon. That walnut, a strong nutty flavor. Not much. Well, the finish is kind of that. You're right. It's got a touch of the sweet and sour, and even on the flavor, I get almost like a musky kind of flavor. But maybe that's the nose sliding in, because on the nose still, I get a corn mash. I get a lot of corn mash flavor. Not a long lingering aftertaste. It kind of drops off. And I would definitely say the nuttiness is the forward strength of this.
Dusty. It's got like a dusty bar top on the nose. That reference where you're like in the 1800s and Clint Eastwood pushes the doors open.
They creak.
The ceiling fan's moving real slow up ahead. He walks up to the bar.
Guys are gambling.
Orders a whiskey.
Right.
And the bartender slaps it down, pours the shot.
Barkeep.
Some whiskey spills on top of the wood top of the bar.
And
you lean down there and you...
Oh, you lick it. First we had deck licking. Now we've got bar top licking going on. I would have just smelled the bar top. But you feel free.
The only thing different I got with water in my notes, I've got a combination of blueberries, blackberries, and cherries that kind of come out.
There is something lingering around in here. I don't know if I can peg it as that, but I do feel like there's something more that I haven't quite been able to peg. Now back to Mr. Atlas that actually told me that I should try this, but he really favored the Kentucky version. He did not like the Oregon version. And as much as I've tasted this and enjoy it, if someone knows where I can get a hold of the Kentucky version, I would like to try it, because he said the Kentucky version blows this away. And I want to try the Kentucky version. So first of all, Black Maple Hill, if you got a sample you want to send to us or you want to be on a live show, let us know. And we'll try both this Oregon version and the Kentucky version with you on the show, and the fans will love it. So put the word out. On that note, I want to ask the fans that if there is a distillery or even an individual that you want us to have on the live show, let that person know, let us know. But if you, the fan, the Scotch god, contacts the Chupacabra agrees, contacts the distillery and says, bam, the Dummies, you should be on the Dummies show. All right, the Chupacabras calmed down. What that was Scott wanting me to stop so we can actually score this. All right.
No, go. I forget what you were talking about.
Talking about
fans reaching out.
Reaching out to their person or distillery and saying, hey, get with the Dummies, go on their live show.
If you work at a distillery.
Oh, yeah.
And you are watching and you want to be on the live show. Yeah. Talk to your boss and say, hey, let's do it. I got my score up. What's yours?
My dog's driving me crazy. 86. 86. What'd you give it?
85.
Bingo.
Right in there.
Very good.
It's not bad. There's really nothing really pushing it, ahead of others though.
Right.
It's not bad. I wouldn't.
I like it. It's a little bit different. I like the difference that's present with it, and again, not bad at all. So I'm glad I picked it up. What I didn't put on here was the Is It Worth It? This was, I believe, $58. No, what was it? Higher than that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Was it 76? What was it?
These are $90 or $99.
Oh my God. No, I think it was on sale though at one of the places. Really?
It doesn't go on sale.
Goodness. So you're saying it's how much?
Let's say $90.
$90.
Let's say $80.
Okay, no. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, at 70, I don't think it's worth it.
No.
Now here's the deal. This is probably a smaller distillery, especially out of Oregon. And I know the smaller the distillery, the higher their production costs. So I get it. And it's a pleasurable dram. But no, I wouldn't pay that much.
Yeah, that's a little high. I think it's $40 to $50 bourbon.
You're saying you would pay 40 to 50, but it's coming in at about 80 or 90.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I mean, it's got some nice things going on. Again, I love that it's the first bourbon I've had out of Oregon. So, but no, not worth the higher price point.
And
that
no
being
age
said,
on, now if they found there's 15-year-old.
Right, well, it's at least 2.
It's not.
Right, it's at least 2 years old. That being said, if someone from the distillery wants to come on the show, especially if you got that Kentucky version, try it out, we'll talk about it. And you can even explain why the bottles from small distilleries are more expensive, because I do know there's a reason, a production reason.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
They're trying to get some of them costs back that's cost them to get the startup, get it going, and
true. I do think we have a Patreon shout out.
There you go.
Bam.
Zach
W, as I first got to know, but it's Zach Watkins.
That's right.
Zach Watkins.
He's just $3 an episode support.
Which means we're going to drive the Chupacabra crazy, because we're going to shout the name out,
and we're going to put his picture in. He sent us a picture.
He sent us a picture.
Maybe it is a him, maybe it isn't.
Right, but it does have a dog. There's a dog.
Why would you say that?
Oh,
I said maybe it's him, maybe it isn't, and then you go,
oh, maybe it's. I thought you said maybe he's a him, and I was confused. And I thought, you know what? I don't know what he said there.
He sent us a picture. Maybe it's of him, maybe it isn't. It's
maybe it's of him. I thought you said maybe he's a him, and I thought, didn't know why you said that, but I just figured I would push forward. But since we've got a dog in the background, we're going to yell at him.
That's right. Zach Watkins! That's right, baby.
Thank you for being a Patreon supporter at $3. Woo! We got a dog picture sliding in here somewhere. And you can hear our dog in the background, which will not be quiet.
Yep. So,
Solancha. And scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Solancha.
Dummies.